What's up, data people? My name is Matthew Heffron, and welcome to Lesson 6, Data Types and Connections. I'm super excited about this lesson because this is the final lesson before we switch gears and start discussing data visualization. With that said, let's open up Tableau and discuss data types and connections. I'm going to go to Microsoft Excel. We're going to go to the Sample Superstore, and I'm going to hit Open. We're going to grab the Orders table, drop that. And here we have the data preview loaded. So what I want to talk about are these data types. So this first one you see here, we have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you click the icon, the pound sign hashtag, it says it's a number, right? So we can see what this is. Next to it, we have an ABC. If I click that, you can see that these values are string values. You have this little calendar icon, which is a date. Let's see, what else do we have? You have this little globe icon. If we go ahead and click that, you can see that this is a string. It is a string, but you also have this geographic role. So you can see that it is a country/region that it's categorized as. Click here. Let's look here. City. Okay. Some other things that I wanted just to point out with the data types. Let's go to quantity. If we go to quantity, you also have like this little drop down caret. We can click that and we have some other options. You can create calculated fields, we can create groups, we can create bins. So for this one, let's hit create bins. We're gonna go with the suggested bin size of this 1.77, hit OK. And you can see Tableau created a bin. This is for working like with a histogram. You have this little histogram icon. Let's go to customer name. Let's look at customer name. Another thing we can do, we have this split. You can do a custom split. So if we just click split, you can see here we have the customer name. Now we have the customer first name and the customer last name that's split. Let's see, is there anything? Oh yeah, aliases. Aliases are cool. Say in your data you have something like a null value. You can go to alias, you can click on it, you can edit the alias. Say for example this was null, we could rename it as NA. Cool. Let's see, one more. Let's go to quantity. Actually, let's go to product name. Here we go. Let's go product name and let's go create a group so you can see this as well. So if we came in here, we could select a couple values. We could create a group. We can rename this group to something. Group 1, group, and then we can hit OK. And then you can see for the grouping, they give you this little paperclip icon. Okay. So next, let's talk about, we have the data, we understand the data types, and now we want to publish this data so people can work with it or we can work with it. So you have two options up here I wanted to talk about. You have a live connection, and a live connection is best if you need to work with real-time data and you need your visualization to be updated like by the second. So a good example, maybe like a stock ticker, like you need the data up to date. There are some issues with live connections. If you're dealing with a huge amount of data, the viz could be slow when opening because it's got to query the data, pull it in. If there's lots of filters in your workbook and it's just a big dashboard, live connections, sometimes you can see some performance issues. But then we also have an extract. So you can click extract. And an extract, you think of it as a snapshot of data. It pulls in all the data into Tableau's high performance data engine, which supports faster analytical and query performance. So this is good when you're working with large volumes of data, but since it is a snapshot of the data, you need it to be refreshed. So it has to have a refresh schedule set up or the data becomes stale. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson on data types and connections. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to connect with me, and I'll see you in the next lesson.